Welcome to State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke, and as you might be able to tell, we're coming from a remote location. Well, it's not that remote. Well, I'm actually in the Prafke kitchen. I'm doing some homework, doing some work on the kitchen island like most of the Prafke boys do in our family when they have homework to do. Today I didn't get this video blog done from the office, so I thought I'd give it a try tonight from this remote location. So thanks for clicking on. We really appreciate you taking time to hear and see some of the things that are going on in the city of St. Peter. Today's May 17th, and I have a couple of primary goals, one of which is to make sure that I cover some of the workshop materials from just last night, and then also talk about a few tidbits of information that I hope you'll find useful as you live, work, or play here in St. Peter. So let me get to that workshop right away. First of all, the council had a long discussion about EDA policies. Now, this is an extension from their last workshop meeting where they talked about very specific clarifying policy modifications related to balloon payments and interest rates and other things. But just last night, on Monday night, on the 16th, they had a discussion about loans related to the Historic Preservation District, and really two primary topics, one of which is to put together a loan program that would assist businesses in that historic preservation district, or maybe even in the broader sense, the whole commercial district in the downtown area, which has a land use designation. So if you don't know where that is, give us a call and we'll be happy to explain that a little bit more. And so it relates to historic preservation, and the councils want to help business owners who have historic buildings to keep them in great shape, and also, secondly, to provide for opportunities for modifications that may be necessary or may be wanted to meet ADA guidelines, or at a minimum, improve accessibility for folks. Maybe it's accessibility through the front door, maybe it's improvements to restrooms, but a lot of different things. So the council still is deliberating that. It's a really important topic, and the council does have some resources through the EDA. Now, if you don't remember from the last State of the City, the council is working off some recommendations that were done by the Economic Development Authority, or EDA. And so they're working on those, and they're going to send and make a few requests and a few suggestions back to the EDA, and so they'll likely see that come back to them within a month or so. So although these programs aren't really active right now, they will be in the not-too-distant future, and if you have interest or know someone that might have interest, please feel free to give us a call at my office. You can visit with Russ Willey, the Community Development Director, or give me a call and be happy to talk as well. The next item that the City Council talked about was Traverse Green. Now, if you have been watching the newspaper or watching our council meetings, or certainly watching this video blog, you'll know I've been talking about Traverse Green a lot. And Traverse Green is the new subdivision on the west end of town that's really designed to meet the needs of working families and helping working families get into owner-occupied housing. Just like we did in Nicollet Meadows and in Washington Terrace, this is a great opportunity for working families. And so what the council really talked about on Monday night, just last night, was hiring some help to do some of the work that's necessary to put this together, and working with partners that we've worked with before in Nicollet Meadows and Washington Terrace. So we're really excited about this opportunity. And I want to mention that if you're on Facebook, you can search on Facebook for Traverse Green Community, and you'll be able to start to see some information come up about how you can become involved, how you might be eligible for housing. And the goal here is to, again, assist working families, families that make under $90,000 get into housing here within St. Peter. So we're really excited about that, and it's a really big initiative for us, not only in St. Peter, but all the jobs that are being created in our region need folks like you, maybe, to come and live within the community of St. Peter. And maybe you work in St. Peter, maybe it's Mankato, maybe it's someplace else, but we're excited to provide housing opportunities for you. The last item that the council talked about at any length within their workshop was the Solace project. Now, the Solace project is one that is really designed to help people that are already within our community that are either participating in drug court or have graduated from drug court. And the goal is to provide them some stable housing with supportive services. So the council continues to work with the court, district court, with human services, with Nicollet County, with probation service, with all kinds of folks to provide this opportunity. The primary location that's being talked about is north of the Sunrise Water Tower, so a little bit north of the current hospital and east on the east side, or the valley side of Sunrise Drive. So there'll be a lot of work that's going on, and so you'll hear a little bit about this at the next council meeting probably, and then it'll probably be quiet for a few months as Southwest and all the partners work together to try and find resources to make this go. One of the primary resources is through Minnesota Housing Finance, and they're accepting applications for housing projects of this type and other types, but generally in June. And if you apply at that time, you really won't hear whether you receive some funding until October of this year. So any action or any activity that might take place really would not take place until we get into that spring or summer or maybe even late summer of 2017. Now to some of the tidbits. Here's one of the important ones that I have for you. I want to make everyone aware that our consumer confidence report for water utility is available, and it will be online. If it's not already, I didn't check before I started this video blog. And there's lots of great information about our water utility and all the things that people want to know about water and how we treat for contaminants and pesticides and what's really contained in the water. So there's some fantastic information in here. We're required by the law to put this out on a regular basis, which we do. And it's put together in, I think, a pretty friendly format so that you can find out how much fluoride's in the water, how much nitrates are in the water, all of those kind of things, including copper and lead. Now, I know a lot of people have heard about, and it's been on the national news, about Flint, Michigan and lead. That is not an issue for us. And this report, based on all the testing by ourselves and also the Minnesota Department of Health, verifies that. And if you want more information, we'd be happy to visit with you, or you can certainly contact the Minnesota Department of Health. We have some phone numbers and other things on here that you can call to get some additional information. So watch for that. Just a great piece of information about the high quality and safety of the water that we put in our system and that you consume here from St. Peter. I also want to mention that Rivers Edge Hospital and the police department, along with just a ton of other folks, put on this last weekend a fantastic bike rodeo. So thanks for all the participants. It was up in the Rivers Edge parking lot, and we had Family Fresh and Quick Trip and Pepsi and Coughlin Companies and Angie's Kettle Corn and Key City Bikes, and certainly Ace Hardware from town, and the library and the sheriff's department and reserves and the St. Peter police folks and Rivers Edge and oh God, lots of people participated and provided things for that bike rodeo. We had over 150 kids, as I understand, that participated, and there were treats and treat bags and helmets and all kinds of fantastic things, and just a great program. So we thank the people that participated and helped make it go, and also those of you that attended. A lot of people commented that they want to see it again next year, so I think that's already in the planning stages, so we're excited. So thanks to all of those folks. And while I'm on the topic of Rivers Edge, I do have to mention Rivers Edge, exceptional care, close to home, and I got to mention their new, well, not so new, it started in the middle of March, urgent care, which is doing great stuff. So it's a wonderful place to go on kind of those odd hours when you don't need emergency room and it's not late at night. So watch for those hours. We're really excited to see expanded hours and service at urgent care, and it's a very inexpensive way to go to get those things treated that, well, an ear infection or strep throat or well, anyway, these folks know how to help you out, and so it's a wonderful opportunity to get that help in a very inexpensive way. So check out Rivers Edge Urgent Care for that. I also want to mention the hot sheet. If you don't get the hot sheet, you should. This is something that's available on our website, and we can email it to you. And in just a little bit, I'll show you where you can email me so that we can send it to you. This is the weekly electronic newsletter, and it has all kinds of wonderful information on it. And it's one of our primary tools to get information out to the public about things that are going on within the city of St. Peter. So watch for that, and if you're interested, send us an email, and here you go. You can send us at that email address, barbara.l@stpetermn.gov. Or you can check us out on our website, and of course we would love it if you would like us on Facebook or give us a call. That's it, I think, for this remote version of the State of the City. Thanks for coming to the Prafke Kitchen with me, and I hope to see you again next time.